Feds caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Jones. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Handoff here to Nwangu, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So that first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 24, Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. They'll roll him out right. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man. Complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown. Mike Evans. 44 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things up.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Hey, C6, C6.
Lawrence will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 40, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kene Nwangu, 95 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
44, Mike, 44.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Jacksonville. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Carlson now to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
109 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Running left is Nwangu.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
Into the secondary again. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 on the last play, 19 more here at another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll bring them back within 4.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1, 2, and then
under pressure, they got him again. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Give is Nwangu.
And to the 42-yard line here. Down there. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Rock it. Switch. Score.
They give to Johnson going right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Nwangu. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 158 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Nwangu. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage
coverage there forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
45. Mike, 45. He can't hang. He's not going to score.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
High 7. 44 is the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check. Watch the run. Watch the run. Bravo. Hard. Hard. Defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run now for Nwangu. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
191 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Nwangu. And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Jones.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Kill. Look at me. Go.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they'll run here with Etienne. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
Hey, Sam on.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Charlie. Check it out.
Lawrence. Touchdown! Travis Etienne. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now it's Nwangu. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Flush to his right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Tight guard, X3, 218, jump. Hey, exit.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off. They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Come on, set. 60 or. Check. 44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check. Crunch time, defense. Set, go.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jags, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn